Google Docs. Have you ever used Google Docs? I know many of you have not, and I want to show you how to use this free online word processing program that Google made. So this is used when you need to type a paragraph, or type a business letter, or type a resume if you're looking for a job. If you need to type papers, but Microsoft Word is too expensive, Google has created an answer. They have free online versions of most of Microsoft Office products, including documents, spreadsheets, slides for presentations, and more. There are pros and cons, good things and bad things about Google Docs. Mostly good. Number one, it's free. Number two, you don't need any kind of USB flash drive to save anything. This is all saved on the internet, in the cloud, as we say. So you can access all your documents from any computer with internet access. If you're traveling and you are in New York, and you meet somebody who offers you a great job, and they say, "Can you give me your resume?" You say, "Absolutely," because you can find a computer, open your Gmail or your Edmail, and your resume is saved there. I'm going to show you today. You don't need to save. It's automatically saved. Every change saves automatically right away in your drive. I'll show you the drive. This is all on the internet, in the cloud. And it's easy to share documents and comment with a group or a team. I'll show you this feature another day. There are some cons. For example, there aren't as many great features as in Word docs. I prefer using Microsoft Word for many things, but especially if I am using tables or pictures or doing extra special formatting to change the look. Google is a little bit slower and it's a little harder to do the extra things. It's great for the basics. Now, also with Google, the internet is required. So if the internet is down, suddenly you can't work on your document. Whereas if I'm using Microsoft Word and the internet stops working, no problem. Word is a program on my computer and I can continue working. And sometimes the internet is slow. So you try to open a Google Doc, or you're using it and suddenly you have the little circle and it's frozen and there's nothing you can do because it's on the internet. So maybe you can't access your files or use them. But that's pretty rare. Most of the time the internet is working, right? So how do you find and open a Google Doc? Okay, we all have an Edmail account. You should use Edmail if you're going to email your teacher or share a Google Doc. Google made Gmail, so I have a personal email with Google, but I use my admin's email, also uses Google, looks the same, but I use my admin's email account for work documents. So please use your Edmail and then share your doc through Edmail. So how do you find this? When you open your Edmail, you'll see an apps icon in the upper right corner. It looks like this. So you click on this apps icon. I'll show you here's my email and my work email. And up here in the top corner, here's my app. So I click on this and here are docs right there. Okay. So you click on docs. It might be in a different place for you. but click on Docs and it will open. Many of the basic features of word processing are here. You can hover your cursor. Your cursor is this, when you move your mouse, the little arrow moves. Sometimes the arrow changes shape, but if you move your arrow over some words, it's called hover your cursor. It's not, you're not clicking, you're not touching. So it's hovering over a word. You'll find out what they do. So let's practice. I'm gonna go to my docs here. I open a doc. You need to select blank. Start with a blank doc. Okay, and then you have this document here. And if I hover my cursor over these icons, these little pictures are called icons, you can see it tells me what each icon does and the name of it. So this is called font. This is this font size. This is bold. I can make my font size bigger or smaller. This is italics, underline. I can change my typing text color. I can highlight. I can insert a link to a website. I can add a comment or insert a picture. And I can also change the alignment. If I start typing, everything lines up on the left side here. If I click on alignment, I can start in the center, and then it will center something like a title. And then I need to change my alignment back to left. Or I can start on the right side, but most of the time we don't do that. Most of the time we leave it at left alignment. I can change my spacing here, so I need double spacing for my paragraph, right? So let's change the spacing to double, right there, spacing. I can add numbered lists, or I can add bullets, and just it will put something here, and I can hit enter, and it just automatically continues that list. Or I can change it to numbers, and everything is in a list with numbers. Okay, I'm going to undo. I'm going to go back. Okay, this one is redo if I want to do it again. Okay, add the bullets again. No, undo, go back. This is print. This is a spell check. Nice thing about Google Docs, it will check your spelling and your grammar. It's getting better too, the grammar check. It used to be not very good, but now it's pretty good. Most people start typing with Arial font, but you can make it bigger if you want to. I could type my name and the class name. And for example, your next paragraph. And the due date, which is, I believe, Thursday. Okay, so my basic heading, and you can see the spacing is double. It has this extra space between. So that's great for paragraphs. I'll show you some of these other typical actions you can do with word processing. So you can change the font. That's the style of the letters. I'll go back here. Arial is pretty standard now, but let's look at comic. Oh, it looks different. Or impact, pow. Or Montserrat, that's kind of nice. Caveat, looks different. And look, there's a huge list. So they're always making more, adding more different styles of font, okay? And I can change the size, or I can undo, and go back to my Arial font. Okay, this was the size. What else can we do with word processing? Start words on the left, in the center, or the right. I showed you the alignment icons. You can print. make the letters bold, italicized, or underlined. So if I highlight this word and then click B, this means bold, you can see it's like thicker black. That's called bold. Let me highlight these words. If I click the italics, then the words go like this, kind of sideways, slanted. And click it again, it goes away. So I can highlight Sanchez. You can see that this is already bold. So if I click this again, it stops being bold. If I click on the U, underline. Okay. Kind of cool. It's kind of fun. With your basic academic paragraph, you don't need to do much. Usually Arial size 11 is standard. They already leave 1-inch margins on the side and the top. There's no writing in the margins. It's only in the middle part. Okay, so that's your basic word processing. Change the color of the letters, add bullets or number bullets for lists. So you can play with Google Docs. Try the different features. They're pretty fun. All right, let's keep going here. So to save your document, this just means on Google Docs, you need to name your document. After a while, your you might have many documents, lots and lots of documents. And if they all have your name, you don't know what is in that document unless you double click and open this. Oh, that's it. So make sure that you name your document with something that will help you, right? Okay, so you can remember this. So if I name this document, I just click in that top section. It usually takes the first line, the first couple of words here, and says, oh, make this your name. But you don't have to. You can type anything you want here. I'll call this paragraph 2 and hit enter. Use a name so you can find it easily. So maybe you want to name this Ela41.paragraph 2. Okay, you decide. Then hit enter. And now it is saved with that title. Okay. Here we go. So you click on Untitled Document, type the name of the document that you want here, and it is automatically saved to your drive. Some basic naming conventions, like traditions or rules. When you're going to share a document with your instructor or a prospective boss, prospective means maybe in the future, for example, submitting a resume, I recommend that you start with your last name. Like I could call this Sanchez.paragraph 2. Or if I'm sending my resume to Starbucks, I can name it Sanchez.resume.starbucks. So when they save my document, they can find it later by looking at my last name. If they have many resumes, they can find mine easily with my last name first. So I can go back here and change this to Sanchez dot Ela41 dot paragraph 2. Okay, you choose something that makes sense to you. Spacing, I showed you. If you are writing an academic paper for school, use double spacing. Unfortunately, the default setting is 1.15 spaces, so it adds a little space under each line, not double space, but a little space, and that's not correct for academic writing, for essays, paragraphs, reports, anything for your history class, your biology class, your English class. So make sure that you change your spacing. Right? You click on this icon and select double. Just so you know, FYI means for your information. Business writing uses single spacing. So again, you need to change this 1.15, click on single if you're writing a business letter, for example. Okay, but this is an academic school class. You are going to double space. This is the line spacing icon here. Okay. Then when you want to indent your paragraph, you hit the Tab key. On the top left corner of your keyboard, hit Tab, and that indents your paragraph. So here, I'll hit Enter, and then Tab. And that's the correct space to start my paragraph. Okay, what if I don't have time to finish my paragraph all right now, and I need to come back later and work on this paragraph? So I close my document. Where is it? Where is that? Okay, you're going to go back to your email, and you go back to your Google Apps on the top right, and you select Drive. Whoop, right here, Drive. Your Drive holds all that information. It usually puts it right in the top left, really big. But if you wait too long and you open other documents, then you might need to find it in this list. And then it's alphabetical order. So this starts with Sanchez. So I have a lot of files saved here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Here it is, Sanchez, ELA, 41, paragraph 2. Double click. And there it is. And I can continue to work on this document. So where is this saved? Okay, you open your Edmail, click on the Google Apps icon, and then click on Drive. Looks like this. Your document will usually appear at the top if you were working on it recently, or it is listed in alphabetical order by name of all your documents. So you finish typing your paragraph and you want to submit your Google Doc to Canvas. With Google Docs, it is easy to share your document with another person or group. When you share it, you can allow the other person to comment on your doc, edit, or only view. With view, they can see it, but they cannot do anything to it. They can't change anything, and they can't post little comments on the side. So when you share it with me, I'm going to ask you to share to comment so I can comment on your document. So in the top right of your document, you click Share. Then you see this pop-up box. Okay? And down here, you're going to get a link to put this in Canvas. You need to click Change Link to Edmonds College. For some reason, Edmonds College has one system for teachers and a different system for students. So you need to change this. So you're gonna click here, click on the arrow and choose anyone with the link. And then on the right side, click here and choose commenter. This lets me post comments. Then you click copy link. Okay, copy link. So this link is a web address, right? Google Docs are on the internet. At the top of each Google Doc, you can see the web address for this document. If you change the share settings, it changes the web address. So right now I have this web address. This doc has this web address, and you can see it has edit. If I share this now, so I click share, you can see, let's see, change link. I'll click here, change link. And then I'm going to click here and choose anyone with the link. Right now it's viewer, actually. So if I share this with you, you can only look at it. So click here and choose commenter. And then click copy link. And this link will have a little different ending. And then I click done. Okay, so it's not different up here, but the link I have is different. Okay, then you're going to go to your Canvas assignment. So you copy the link, then return to your Canvas assignment and scroll to the bottom of the assignment page. Sometimes your teacher will let you use either a Google Doc or a Word doc, because some students know Word and they have Word. So if you have two choices, you'll click choose one, and if you're uploading a Word doc, then you select file and then click upload file, and you can find it on your computer. If you're submitting your Google Doc, then you select URL. So this is the website URL, and you click in this box and then paste the link for your Google Doc. So you right click and choose paste, and you will see that link here. Then you click submit. Oh, and you will see party confetti that you submitted your assignment. A couple helpful tricks. If you're deleting to the left of your cursor, use backspace. So let's go here. If I click here and I want to delete this N, I use backspace and I delete. If I want to delete to the right side of this blinking cursor, I click delete and it deletes going to the right. Or hit backspace and it deletes going left. Canches, new name. Okay, so let's undo. Okay. And then if you need to go back a step, like I just showed you, you want to fix a typing mistake that you just made, use undo. You can click undo in the top corner, or on your keyboard, it's faster to hold Control and then hit Z. Control Z, Control Z, and that does your undo. So that's your basic Google Docs. And your next paragraph, you should type on a Google Doc and submit to our Canvas assignment. Have fun with it, and send me any messages if you need extra help. Definitely ask me questions in our Zoom class on Thursday.